Hello, kiddos. Here we go. Eyes are watching, ears are listening, voices quiet, bodies calm. This is how we listen. This is how we listen at group time. At group time. All right, let's go ahead and do our alphabet. We'll do the A says eh. Okay, sing that one. The A says eh. The A says eh. Every letter makes a sound. The A says eh. The B says B. The B says B. Every letter makes a sound. The B says B. The C says K. The C says K. Every letter makes a sound. The C says K. The D says D. The D says D. Every letter makes a sound. The D says D. The E says eh. The E says eh. Every letter makes a sound. The E says eh. The F says F. The F says F. Every letter makes a sound. The F says F. The G says G. The G says G. Every letter makes a sound. The G says G. The H says H. The H says H. Every letter makes a sound. The H says H. The I says I. The I says I. Every letter makes a sound. The I says I. The J says J. The J says J. Every letter makes a sound. The J says J. The K says K. The K says K. Every letter makes a sound. The K says K. The L says O. The L says O. Every letter makes a sound. The L says O. The M says The M says Every letter makes a sound. The M says The N says The N says Every letter makes a sound. The N says The O says ah. The O says ah. Every letter makes a sound. The O says ah. The P says p. The P says p. Every letter makes a sound. The P says p. The Q says qu. The Q says qu. Every letter makes a sound. The Q says qu. The R says The R says Every letter makes a sound. The R says The S says s. The S says s. Every letter makes a sound. The S says s. The T says t. The T says t. Every letter makes a sound. The T says t. The U says The U says Every letter makes a sound. The U says The V says v. The V says v. Every letter makes a sound. The V says v. The W says w. The W says w. Every letter makes a sound. The W says w. The X says x. The X says x. Every letter makes a sound. The X says x. The Y says y. The Y says y. Every letter makes a sound. The Y says y. The Z says z. The Z says z. Every letter makes a sound. The Z says z. Okay. Time for you to guess what I'm going to pull out next. What do you think we're going to do next? Our shapes, our numbers, or our colors? Let's see what I pull out. All right. It was our shapes. What's this one? A square has 4 sides. A square has 4 sides. Of all of the shapes we know, a square has 4 sides. Okay, let's see if I can trick you. I'm going to pull out this one. Oh, I can't trick you. Nice. A heart has 2 curves and a point. A heart has 2 curves and a point. Of all of the shapes we know, a heart has 2 curves and a point. What about this one? Nope. This one. A triangle. A triangle has 3 sides. A triangle has 3 sides. Of all of the shapes we know, a triangle has 3 sides. What about this one? A star has 5 points. A star has 5 points. Of all of the shapes we know, a star has 5 points. What about this one? A circle has no sides. A circle has no sides. Of all of the shapes we know, a circle has no sides. What about this one? A rectangle. A rectangle has 2 long sides. A rectangle has 2 short sides. Of all of the shapes we know, a rectangle has 2 long sides and 2 short sides. This one? A diamond. Also called a kite or a rhombus, but we're going to sing diamond. A diamond has 4 points. A diamond has 4 points. Of all of the shapes we know, a diamond has 4 points. You have such lovely singing voices. I really enjoy my time with you. All right, kiddos. It's number time. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Your turn. Ready, set, go. Eleven, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, you're so good at that. And last but not least, oh yeah, colors. Here we go. Red and orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple, with brown, pink, white, and black. All right, your turn. Are you ready? Ready, sketties? Here we go. With okay. It's community helper riddle time. We've learned about policemen and women, firefighters who keep us safe. We've learned about doctors who help keep us healthy and help make us healthy when we're sick. And we've learned about teachers who teach us all sorts of fun stuff. So, this community helper riddle is somebody who drives around the community. This is somebody who stops at little signs and lets people on and off the vehicle that they drive. This community driver, or this community helper, helps people get to where they need to go if they don't have a car or if their car is broken down. I'll give you one more hint in case you haven't guessed it. They drive a bus. This community helper is a bus driver. Bus drivers are community helpers. They help people get from one place to another that's too far to walk. So they help us out. And we really appreciate that because they work hard to help us get from one place to another. So a bus driver is also a community helper. Oh, so exciting. I can't wait to see what the next community helper is going to be. Oh, I'll see you in the next video and we'll find out. Bye-bye.